What do we always say on this channel? Do they serve and protect, or do they harass and collect? Apparently, police in, or at least one department in Fort Worth is hiring. And so they put out this clever and funny and humorous, socially appealing viral video. It's got 273,000 views. It was put out 3 weeks ago. People in the comment section are loving it. And when you look at this kind of thing and you see what police really are, that they are domestic terrorists, and the domestic terrorists are actually short-staffed and they want to hire more domestic terrorists, that puts everything in a very serious, very strict context that we need to take a look at. So we're going to take a look at this video right here, and we're going to talk about it. I would like to get your thoughts on it. We're going to play this, and then we're going to play the local newscaster station that actually highlighted this video, and we'll take it from there.
Well, howdy, folks. Officer Big B here. Are you looking for a new job? Are you ready to try something new that'll make a difference at doing something really great?
Are you looking at not serving and protecting, not being a net positive for society as a whole, but being a net negative, for being a nuisance, for being a harasser, for being somebody that's actually known for pulling the trigger because you feared that your life was in jeopardy? Well, that's who we're looking for. Are you low IQ? That's who we prefer, because you need to be an order follower. You need to be a conformist. You need to be somebody who does what they're told regardless of what is right, instead of doing what is right regardless of what they're told.
Well, come join us here at the Fort Worth Police Department. We're hiring and we got it all. We got your patrol vehicles. We got your Explorers. We got your Tahoes. And we even got your F-150 responders. Say what? Now, currently, you may not have squat, but come join us here at the Fort Worth Police Department, because we've got SWAT. Yes, sir. We've got your armored vehicles. We've got your Bearcats.
Look at that thing. Look at that thing. What does that tell you? What does that tell you about what they think about you? Look at this arsenal we can actually deploy against the public while we siphon money from the public through extortion techniques, and we can buy all these fancy gimmicks so we can outfit our police department with all this militarized weaponry.
Well, these big machines here takes a licking, keeps on ticking. That's right, folks. You may be asking yourself, but Big B, I want horsepower. You got horsepower? Well, of coursey, we've got horsey. Step right over here, folks. We've got our mounted unit right here.
You know, when you think about who they are, and you think about what they do, and you think about how they derive their paycheck, this whole thing is completely disgusting. I mean, let's just read some of these. I'm a retired PD. I salute your chief and command staff for having the guts and imagination to authorize this. Well done. Well done for authorizing something so humorous. Thank you for putting the sugar coating on the outside of a very bitter, tyrannical domestic terrorism pill. I've never felt like lateraling to another agency until I saw this recruitment video. This is absolutely the best recruiting campaign I've ever seen. Are people really that gullible? Are they really that apt to turn their minds off and just accept what this person is and what he's saying at face value? Talk about trying to get rid of a whole bunch of evil with a little bit of humor. This is by far the best Leo recruitment ad I've ever seen. Props to Fort Worth. Awesome recruitment video. And the inflatable flailing arm man at the end clinched it. We'll see that in a second.
Here, we have got our quarter horses, and even if you're lucky, maybe even a thoroughbred. That's right, folks. You're not going to find more horsepower than what we got here for you right here in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, you may be asking yourself, I'm an officer, Big B, that would rather hopper on a chopper. Well, folks, you're in luck. We've got your motor unit right here.
Let me ask you, what is this guy teaching? See, this guy's supposed to be a role model. He's supposed to be the role model for people in his community, a role model for the public, a role model for children. What's he actually telling by his bodily presence? Hey, don't take care of yourself, kids. Let it get away from you, kids. Don't exercise self-control, kids. If you can't exercise self-control in your own life, how are you going to be able to exercise self-control when somebody gives you authority and you got power and you got that utility belt and you got that badge and you got that firearm? How are you going to be able to exercise the appropriate level of self-control to ensure that the public is safe? I like what David from San Joaquin Valley Transparency says. He says, officer safety is cowardice. Public safety is heroism. Are they really interested in public safety? Are they interested in public health? If he's not interested in public health for himself, he's not going to be interested in public health for you, because he's really not interested in being a positive role model for anybody.
Got your BMWs for the roadway? Oh, yes, sir, we do. We've got your dual sport for the off-road. And for you eco-friendly folks out there,
BMW motorcycle, MRAP, horses, off-road motorcycles, they got all kinds of equipment to deploy against you. We'll make sure that if you try to get away from us issuing you a citation, from us economically terrorizing you and committing road piracy on you, we'll be able to get you. What I'm kind of surprised at on this is they don't show the chopper that they probably have on the police department.
we got these bicycles. The only footprint you're going to leave is on the pedal. Now, folks, you may be...
The only footprint you're going to leave is on the neck of a member of the public who tried to record you and offer some layer of transparency to the community.
Asking yourself, do I have to be brand new to join our Fort Worth Police Department? No! Right here, we take trade-ins. Folks, we've got an amazing lateral program right here for all of you officers that are out there saying, you know what? I'd like to make a change for a little more ka-chang.
We take laterals. What does that mean? Hey, if you were Philip Brailsford from the Mesa Police Department and you offed Daniel Shaver in that hallway of that La Quinta Inn, lateral over here to Fort Worth. We'll take you. You were acquitted, right? If you're Amber Geiger, hey, Amber, let us know when you get out of prison. You know, Botham John's gone. We know what you said, that you went to the wrong apartment. But don't worry, when you serve your 1.5 year sentence from 10 years, Fort Worth will take you. You're a seasoned veteran in our book. Hey, you cop in New York City who choked out Eric Garner. You cop who killed Philando Castile, and on and on. All you cops who got together and basically offed James Boyd over there in Arizona. Come on over. You want to lateral over? Fort Worth will be glad to have you. We got plenty of horsepower for you. And the only footprint you're going to leave, you know where we're going to leave the footprint. You know where we're going to stick our feet too.
That's right.
And our fingers when you go to prison. Bend over, boy. That's right.
Folks, come visit us here if your credit's good where you're at right now, because we'd like to give you a chance to do that happy dance. Now, folks, I could go on and on about the amazing things that we got right here for you at the Fort Worth Police Department, but don't take my word for it. Give us a call. Send us an email. It doesn't matter if it's AM or PM.
They're still standing like good little soldiers, still standing, still looking ahead, still doing what they're told, still following the script, because that's what they do.
Just send us that DM. And I'll tell you what, you talk to that recruiter and you tell him Officer Big B sent me here. And you come join us right here at the Fort Worth Police Department in Fort Worth, Texas. That's the Fort Worth Police Department in Fort Worth, Texas. Did you hear what I said? The Fort Worth Police Department in Fort Worth, Texas. It's easy.
Call now, 817-392-5591. That's 817-392-5591. Or you can email us at recruiting@fortworthtexas.gov. Or you can send us a message or DM on any of our social media platforms. You can also click on the hyperlink in the narrative listed above. Come join us here at the Fort Worth Police Department.
Well, I will agree. This is clever and deceptive, but it's just like politics. The clever and deceptive art of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, fear-mongering, in this case, humor, in order to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the chains of their own oppression. Hey, our local law enforcement, look how funny he is. He must be on our side. They're short-staffed. I wonder why. Here's the local news station, WFAA, talking about this Fort Worth recruiting video.
Well, howdy, folks. Officer Big B here. Are you looking for a new job?
Officer Big B does a lot of walking and talking in this recruitment video, and after meeting him in person, I can tell as a policeman, Buddy Calzada loves his job.
I absolutely love going out and smiling. I love connecting with the community. We had rehearsed the lines.
Oh, yeah. We like connecting with the community. And our officers often fear for their lives, but don't worry. We'll deploy lethal and non-lethal force if that's what it takes.
I'd gone over the lines, but we had never put it into full motion of what Officer Big B would sound like.
Officer Big B sounds like a used car salesman in their recruitment video. He shows off all the perks at Fort Worth PD.
Well, of course, we've got Horsey. Step right over here, folks. We've got our mounted unit right here.
Fort Worth council members recently
And if our horses don't run over and crap on you, we sure will.
approved hiring 72 new officers.
72.
It comes as Police Chief Neil Noakes is working hard to improve their relationship with the community. But
I wonder if the law enforcement officers in Fort Worth helped to shut the community down during the Convids 1984 by George Orwell planned, organized partial shutdown of the U.S. economy in the second quarter, according to James Bullard from the St. Louis Federal Reserve. Wonder if that happened.
Even after going viral, Fort Worth PD is competing with police departments nationwide and locally. South Lake PD is taking a much softer.
You know what's super disgusting about him walking through all this, the real nice cars and the cruisers and the MRAPs and the horses and the motorcycles and that Ferrari that was probably taken. What was that? That's a Lamborghini or Ferrari? I don't know. That Lamborghini that was probably taken in some kind of civil asset forfeiture. What kills me about that is all that stuff is funded through taxation. Taxation is theft. At the barrel of a government gun, it's really extortion. So all that is stolen booty. It's the spoils of war. It's the war that the thin blue line has against members of the public that they're supposed to be protecting and serving. That's what makes this so glaring and deceptive and sick and disgusting.
Approach to recruiting.
South Lake, Texas, we are hiring.
We will sick our Malinois on ya. We'll make sure when you're handcuffed with your hands behind your back, he'll rip your calf off and we won't do anything about it.
Great benefits for everyone.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those cops that manhandled that young girl from those stands who wasn't wearing a ritualistic shame muzzle because she wasn't going to be a conformist. But they were there to make sure that they enforced the law, and we don't care who we got to run over to do it. Walking through the stands, making sure everything's all right for a photo op here.
But Officer Big B hopes hiring is as successful as their viral video, especially after using every breath during his sales pitch.
He starts running out of breath there on purpose because, he's literally sold everything he could sell. And then he takes a big breath and he says, give us a call, send us an email.
Oh, yeah, he's only out of breath because he ran out of things to say. He ran out of equipment. That's the only reason Big Boy's out of breath. That's it. That's the only reason. How many people has this guy locked up? How many is he personally responsible for locking up, taking away 100% of their freedoms, throwing into a rape cage? How many people has he kidnapped? How many people has he economically terrorized and put against the wall where they have no other recourse, nothing to do when they should have been protecting and serving the whole time? And how many people are in jail that committed actually no crime, who've left no victim, who literally did nothing wrong? How many?
It doesn't matter if it's AM or PM.
In Fort Worth, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
So that's the Fort Worth Police Department.
Appearances are as they were before.
That is the Fort Worth Police Department. Yeah, this is another thing. I wasn't going to go over that in this video, but Darrell Brooks was convicted on all 76 counts. Every single 100% of the counts he was convicted on. So that's justice served. But back to Big B here. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and global thought police in the comment section below. Were you impressed with the humorous infomercial for the Fort Worth Police Department? Were you hoodwinked? Was the wool pulled over your eyes, or do you really know what's going on here? I cannot believe. Yeah, I can. I got to stop saying I can't believe. I keep saying I can't believe. But it's still astonishing that so many people will let their guard down and, awesome work, guys. Thank you for your service. I love you, Dallas Fort Worth PD. Just a bunch of bootlickers. If I was 20 years younger, I'd seriously consider it. You got into my brain with that propaganda campaign. Way to go, Fort Worth PD. What a clever way of recruiting. Yeah, so clever. So clever. So deceptive. We won't let you know about our criminality, but it's there. It's always there, hovering in the background. So leave your thoughts about this for the world and global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe for more tyranny-busting content.